Assalamualaikum and good morning to Dr. Shah and my fellow friends. Okay, we are from Group 2. Our group leader is NABILAH binti RAMLI, and here are the other team members, which are NURULAFIQAH binti MUSTAPA, ADIBAH binti TALIB, SYARAH BALQIS binti SAKIMIN, HUSNINA SHAZA binti REDZUAN, and SHAZATUL NORAIN binti FADLI. Today, we are going to present the improvement system in POS LAJU Malaysia. Okay, next. Okay, in this presentation, first we are going to talk the introduction, the aim, followed by the objective, system analysis, system planning, and finally the conclusion. The introduction. Okay, so the purpose of this project research is to make an improvement of POS LAJU delivery system on Shopee company as one of the largest platform of online shopping. Okay, as we know, delivering service of high quality is an important pursuit for service providers that seek to create and provide value for their customers. Through the provision of high levels of service quality, companies can achieve increased customer satisfaction, loyalty, and therefore long-term profitability.
Okay, the aim of this project is to improve the old system of POS LAJU Malaysia, which used to segregate parcel according to district postcode, to the new system, which is will segregate parcel according to more specific areas. The objective is, first, we maintain analysis and evaluation to arrive at appropriate system, which is more suggest many flexible alternative solutions, pick the best solution, and quantify the cost and benefits.
Okay, so this is our system planning, which is our first phase in implementing the SDLC environment in our system development for POS LAJU courier service system. So I'm going to discuss the system planning subtopic. So next slide. Okay, this is our project task on the system planning phase, and the whole project can be summarized as stated below. Okay, so first the business case, and the second is system request, and third is recommendations, and fourth is our managing the project. Next. So basically, our business case is going to cover all the process to take before to develop our system for POS LAJU services. So this is our objective, which is develop client-based system by implement SDLC environment, and this is our mission, which is providing the new system for POS LAJU officer, especially for the facility delivery, and to enhance their courier services system. And also, we have done our questionnaire and survey to obtain our system requests from our client, POS LAJU officer, and we are spreading our online interview session due to the pandemic. So we are avoiding a face-to-face interview. So we spreading our Google form, and also this is our the example of the question that have been asked, which is what application you use to distribute the parcel, which is to test the technical feasibility. And the second is how many parcel that you can deliver per day, which is to test operation feasibility. Next.
So here are a few recommendations for the developing the new system for the post-laju worker. The first one is that in this system we have the ability to segregate the parcels according to the postcodes. Secondly, we will be using the navigation system, which is we applying the shortest path application. And thirdly, this new system contain high precision quality in storing customer details. Okay, there are a few project roles in this task. Okay, the first one for the project leader uh, is directed by NURUL NABILAH binti RAMLI. Okay, and followed by a few IT members, which are SHAZATUL binti FADLI, SYARAH BALQIS binti SAKIMIN, and NURUL binti TALIB. For the networking members, we have HUSNINA SYAZA binti REDZUAN and NURULAFIQAH binti MUSTAPA. Okay, the roles for the project leader is planning and monitoring the whole project from beginning until the end of the event. Okay, for the IT members, they are assigned to develop system with the SDLC environment. Okay, meanwhile, for the networking members, okay, they are going to handle and communicate with the users regarding the system. Okay, next.
Okay, next we will talk about system analysis. We will talk about 5 topics, which is the first one is joint application development, and then number 2, FDD, which is also known as a functional decomposition diagram, and then we will talk about DFD level 0, DFD level 1, and lastly we will talk about Unified Modeling Language or UML. So what we'll talk about in detail is JAD, as we will about explaining each roles of team member that play in a team. And then FTD, it will be about explaining the business function from the top level until the bottom in an online system chosen, which is we choose Shopee earlier. And then DFD level 0 is about a graphical representation of the flow of data that briefly explain about the information system, the modeling, and its process aspects. And then the level 1, the DFD level 1 is like a broken down, more detailed data flow of the DFD level 0, which is it will be more specific. It contains some sources and processes in a single system. And then lastly, we will talk about the UML, which is UML is to describe object-oriented system by using a set of a symbol to represent graphically the various component and relationship within the system. Okay, next. Okay, this is the JAD, which another explanation, but more in detail compared to what my friend have explained earlier. So the project leader, their roles is development agenda, lead and once the other members along with the system developing progress. And then she also do some explanation with the method that will be used in documenting our project. And then we have a system analyst or IT members. And then their role is to provide the technical assistance and resources for other team members. Either, no matter what the issue is, either it is about software security or about a network capability. And lastly, they were responsible in establish the system based on the client requirements. And lastly, we will talk about project admin, or we know also as networking members, like my friend already said in the previous slide before. So what their role is, they act as assistants, such as in documenting the system project, and they also act as assistant in developing the system project to become better. Okay, next. I already explained about the JAD, so my other members will explain about the FDD, the FD level 0, level 1, and lastly they will talk about your Unified Modeling Language, which is UML. Thank you. So next.
Okay, first is functional decomposition diagram, FDD. FDD FDD is a diagram where it shows the process of business function from the top and break into very low level. From the diagram, it has human resources, finance department, new user acquisition, and courier operational as the main function used in the shopping online store. This is the example of FDD. Next. Okay. Second is the FD level 0. Is a data flow diagram is a graphical representation of the flow of data through an information system, modeling its process aspect. The FD is often used as a preliminary step to create an overview of the system without going into great detail, which can later be elaborated. And this is the example of the FD level 0.
Okay, DFD level 1. Level 1 DFD is broken down into more specific level O DFD. Level 1 DFD despite basic modulus in the system and flow of data among various modulus. Level 1 DFD also mention basic processes and source of information. This is the diagram of DFD level 1. Unified Modeling Language UML. System Analyze use UML to describe O2O. System UML use a set of symbols to represent graphically the various components and relationships within a system. It is also a visual summary or several related use cases within a system or subsystem. Okay. The conclusion that we can conclude from our outcome, we are successfully improved the system of post-LAJU measure. Our team hopes that the improvement on the system not only used for the post-LAJU runners, but also give an advantage to the big query. This is because when the runners are able to carry out their work efficiently, the customer will be satisfied with the service that provided by post-LAJU measure. Thus, can retain existing customer to keep use the service from the query, and will attract more customer to use the service from the query. That's all from me. Thank you.